And we should introduce the what it actually is and where it's come from.
That'd probably be helpful.
Cut this bit out, like when you put it off.
This will be the trailer.
That's happening. Quietly talking. Welcome to the Mumbling Podcast.
Isn't that a podcast about jewellery for mothers?
Mumbling.
Mumbling.
There you go.
Right, I suppose we should get on with the podcast.
We should.
Okay, play the title music. Hello and welcome to the Had an Idea podcast. He's Michael Mason.
And he's Ben Coleman.
So, the idea of the podcast is we're always coming up with sketches and films and ideas for stories and characters.
Us two, like, not just everyone.
Yeah. So, Mike and I are always calling it these ideas.
That's better. Remember your grammar.
Thank you. It's the first episode. It's going great. Especially because you're picking me up on grammar. But anyway, we have these ideas, and we always text each other saying, "Had an idea for a sketch, had an idea for a film." So that's where the name comes from. But we always make notes of these ideas, and we never do anything with them.
Usually for good reason.
yeah, because usually they are quite bad. But we're very good at procrastination. So we decided.
I'm great at that, yeah.
So we decided, let's finally put these ideas down somewhere. And we chose the drain.
Ah, there you go. I was going to say a rubbish chute.
So we decided, let's do a podcast where we just talk about some of our ideas. And that way, if anyone does hear them and copy them, we've got a audio record of it so we can sue them.
Yeah, exactly, you arsehole.
Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome.
Right. So, what have you been up to this week?
I fixed the garden path.
Oh.
Well, I say garden, it's like the side of the house, it's all cracked. And, we got this sand, which is supposed to be like sand mixed with cement. We used it like to fill in the gaps between the paving slabs outside. The only problem was we'd used half the bag, and so the bag was open. And apparently it had gotten wet in the meantime. And the idea is once this gets wet, it solidifies. So now we've just got a great big block of sand that we can't use in a bag. So if there's anyone listening who fancies it, send me your address.
Can you chisel it to make a sculpture?
I couldn't. I'm not talented enough. I could chisel it to look like another block of sand. That's what you're after. What about yourself, anyway?
I was going to say, we had some builders looking at our garden path outside, so we had a lot of cracks showing as well.
Hey!
No, I had karate this morning.
Yes.
Which was quite tiring, but there was one notable moment where I looked at the clock, because there's a clock on the wall, and it was like 11:28. Then a couple of minutes later, I noticed another clock on the other wall, and it said 9:30. I was like, huh? Like the 30 makes sense, but the 9... it must be 2 hours behind. But then I realised the clock had stopped, but it just stopped on the 30, which happened to make sense. But then I had an idea, and I thought, what if you had a clock and you somehow made it so the hour hand didn't move, so the second hand and minute hand moved. So people would look at it and go, oh yeah, it's 20 past. And a couple of hours later they'd look and go, hang on.
Still 20 past.
It's 1:45, but it's still the same hour. But or you could do it with the minute hand, so the second hand's going around, and you go, this minute's taking a long time.
This is a long minute. So, that's a very mean thing to do to people, but I like it.
That's what I was thinking while I was supposed to be doing karate. My mind wanders somewhat.
Karate will do that to you.
Yeah. So right, let's start with some ideas.
So we should point out that we have one
brain cell between us.
I've completely forgot what I was going to say. We have one idea we have every week.
Yes. So the first subject will be ones that we set each other at the end of this episode, I'll set you a subject, you'll set me one, and that's the one we'll do first. Then the second half of the podcast is our big idea, which is going to be the same each week. So we think it's going to be a film each week.
We think.
Well, this is the pilot, so things could change in between.
Right, so who's going first with our
well,
first
you've just picked up your phone. So
I have, and you haven't, so I take
an
it.
authoritative stance. You're going first.
Well, you see, Ben, I've had an idea
Ooh.
for an invention.
Ooh.
I may have told you about this before, but I'll share it on the show. I call it the spider cannon.
Oh.
And you know how people are afraid of spiders?
Mm.
And, with good reason, because they are, they have many legs. And
that is the scariest thing about them.
I find it,
You must be, terrified of millipedes.
I cannot begin to tell you how afraid of millipedes I am. Luckily, I haven't come across many, but I have come across many spiders.
Mm.
And I'm not actually... I don't really mind them. I'm happy to catch them under like a glass or something. Mm. But for some people, even going near a spider is quite, jarring.
Yeah.
So the spider cannon is essentially a vacuum, but for spiders.
I assume you mean for catching spiders, not for spiders to use tiny little vacuum.
Oh, my web is so dirty. It's a good vacuum. Mum, I just saw a spider vacuuming a web.
Oh, yes, I've hired it to do that.
A year later.
Rent a spider.
Imagine the interview with a spider. I do vacuuming mostly. I do some polishing. I'm good at catching flies.
And the guy who set it up pitched it to the board and said, I think this idea's got legs.
There you go. There you go. But
this will be a recurring theme throughout the podcast that we tell terrible jokes.
Yeah. So the spider cannon. Mm-hmm. See, it's a vacuum that collects spiders, sucks them up, right? But the reason it's called a cannon because you can flip it so it, instead of sucking, it blows. And so you can shoot the spiders out, so you can get rid of them far from your house. So you don't have to go to the end of the garden to dispose of your spider. It also works as a weapon. If you collect the spiders and just fire them into somebody's face.
Yeah, does it only suck up spiders?
It can suck up anything really, but it's made for spiders.
So you could suck up thumbtacks and then fire them.
You could if you're irresponsible.
There's a load of thumbtacks on my wall. Are you irresponsible? No, I'm irresponsible. That's why there's thumbtacks anyway.
Very good.
I think that's a Tim Vine joke.
You've made it your own. Yeah. But that is the spider cannon.
It sounds interesting, but the thing is, disposing of spiders is usually, when you do it with a glass and a piece of card, it's quite humane. The spider's still alive.
Oh, it's a humane way of getting rid of the spider.
But is the spider still alive when you suck it up?
Oh, yeah. You never sucked a spider up in a vacuum? Even accidentally?
Well, not to my knowledge.
Oh, yeah, they were alright with it. Well, they're not alright with it. I don't mind, go ahead. But they're alright coming out. Yeah. It's just a bit distressing for them, I imagine.
Because you think of the scale as well, because I often think when I carry a spider outside, for us that'd be being lifted and taken to town half an hour away.
Well, spiders move very quickly.
That's true.
They could probably get to your house from the end of the garden in the day.
So it's just enough pressure to lift it up, but not to kill it.
Yeah. It might disorientate it.
Yeah. So you suck up the spider and then fire it out.
Yep.
They'll hopefully land.
Well, they're pretty good landers. They're quite light. It's like blowing a quaver through a vacuum.
Which I've done many times.
I'd be surprised if you hadn't, honestly.
So you suck them up, fire it out at the end of the garden. Mm-hmm. They land with post-traumatic stress disorder.
Go to little spider therapy.
Yeah. Say to their friends, you'll never guess what happened to me. And then the next day, you come down, you've got a line of them all go, yeah, we can't wait to go on this ride.
Yeah.
So that could be a downside. You could attract daredevil,
more
adrenaline junkie spiders.
Well, I would imagine the act of sucking up the spider and blowing it.
podcast is taking a very dirty turn.
Rather than through the vacuum, I mean, just the cannon even. Sucking up the spiders and firing them out of the cannon would be quite therapeutic. Have you ever sucked up like a large piece of garbage and you've heard that thump sound as you suck it up? That, but it's a spider.
I mean, it's therapeutic for you. For the spider, I still don't think it's...
So I'm not even making it for the spider. It's not. I'm not going to market it towards the spiders. Are you sick of crawling on walls, laying wait in corners? Why not get sucked up by a cannon?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. It depends on the sort of ethical stance of the...
Well, I've seen people burn down houses trying to kill spiders. So I think if it's a choice between burn the house down or suck it up with a vacuum, I think people would opt for the vacuum.
And there's nothing in between. all the glasses and cardboard have been...
These people are afraid to go near them, Ben. Have you seen the video of the guy? I think it's on YouTube. He's got like brass knuckles and he punches a hole in the wall to kill a spider.
I've not seen that.
Yeah, I'll show it you after the show, yeah.
What about, instead of sucking at the spider, what about if the cannon shot at like a net or something? Or
This is a spider, not like a wild lion or something.
And again, I suppose then you've still got to go over to the spider to get the net.
Yeah.
Just leave it there.
There's nets lying all over the floor.
Yeah.
You're not catching Spider-Man. You're catching a spider.
Man.
Nice, let's see what you did there.
Okay, yeah. So how much would this retail for?
Well, I haven't really put a lot of thought into it other than, suck up spiders and shoot them out. So, I don't know, £100?
That's quite steep.
Depends on how much you...
therapy for fear is probably like about £60. So.
Yeah, but, the spider catcher is immediate.
Yeah.
I can either let the spiders rule my house and I live in a caravan until I'm brave enough to face those spiders, or I could just suck them up in a cannon.
Yeah.
And also, you're saying 60 quid. That's 60 quid a session. The spider catcher is a one-time thing, or 3 easy payments of 100 divided by 3 of that.
£33 and then a £1 deposit.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's good. Yeah, I think it's an interesting idea.
I'd be interested to know what the listeners, if any, would think of the spider cannon. Would you buy a spider cannon? Listeners? Would you, Ben, buy a spider cannon, Ben?
Well, no, because I don't like it, but I don't mind taking
Spiders in the house, yes! Come on up to my room, I'll show you around.
Yeah, I lure them in so I can get rid of them. The Piper of Birmingham.
You don't mind?
I don't mind disposing of them, and I always try and do it with a glass and something. So, and I feel good after when I put them down and let them out, and I think, yeah,
I've done something good today.
Yeah, I've removed the spider, but it's not dead, and it's out in the grass.
Fair enough. But of course, for people who are deadly afraid of spiders, this is what the spider cannon is for.
Yes. So you'll have to make sure there's no pictures of spiders on the packaging.
They try to set the pictures up.
They go into the shop to buy one and they go, throw it in the air.
I think if you're that scared of spiders, you probably should send somebody else into the store. Sorry to bother you, sir. Could you go in there? Buy me a spider cannon. Here's the money.
I could just come and take the spider out for you. No. That's a one-time thing.
Not letting you in my house.
Why? Because you love spiders.
You weirdo. So that's the spider cannon.
I like it.
Oh, I'm glad you do.
So I went down a slightly different route. I had an idea for a sketch.
Oh, okay.
And it's something I had an idea of the other day. I can't remember why, but the idea is there's 2 dogs who are in a film. So say like Lady and the Tramp or 101 Dalmatians. Other Disney films are available.
Regarding dogs.
Yeah. But say it's like a live action one, not with them CGI mouths.
Oh yeah, they're weird.
Just like a normal one.
Like Homeward Bound?
Yeah, or they're just in a film, like it doesn't have to be a dog film, they're in a film and in the background and they're dogs. And then there's sketch is basically they come off set and go to their dressing room. They're training. And they sit in a chair and like one has a pipe and like smoke and one has a drink. Oh God, that last scene was quite tough to film.
I knew I should have got a stunt double.
Yeah.
Too old for this.
And he says...
I'm 12 years old for crying out loud.
Yeah. And he says having to try and get across that emotion without saying anything, just whimpering and pouring. They think, people think it looks easy, but it's actually a lot tougher than you think.
Oh, well, Rover, you make it look easy.
Yeah. And then he says, and that boy as well, that little kid kept forgetting his lines and running off. They say you should never work with children. And then, maybe the one says, I can't believe I messed up my lines. I said meow instead of woof. God, I look like an idiot.
A bilingual dog, I like it.
Yeah. So, as the sketch, I don't know how we'd do it, because obviously you got the issue of them talking, but I reckon we could maybe do it and have the dogs come off and then maybe me and you in dog costumes. I think that's the old-fashioned fun.
Yeah.
So me and you in dog costumes, just talking.
I like that. That seems like something I want to say the two Ronnies would do.
Yeah, well, Waltham and Wise did a few sketches.
Yeah, I was thinking them actually.
So,
would one of them you say one of them smoking a cigar?
Well, yeah, they could. Yeah.
Go to catering and it's like just dog food. And...
Would they have maybe a saucer of?
Oh, there's a human hair in this. Disgusting.
Not a saucer, that's a cat. Dog bowl.
A bowl, yes.
They're just sort of holding up the bowl and drinking.
Never get your dog a saucer, it finds it very offensive. It does.
Or maybe a dog bowl with a handle.
I like that.
This should be my invention for this.
Dog bowl. Mind you, the dogs can't really use the bowl with the handle, can they? Tend to just crane their neck and drink.
Yeah, it's for people who like pretending to be dogs. I'm sure that's a thing, like furries.
Yeah, you know what? Definitely, there was a guy who made a dog costume, just walked around town versus a dog.
What, all fours or on?
No, on his 2 feet. Not as,
if you're gonna
not
do
as
it,
mental.
At least make it believable.
Well, the thing is, if you see a guy walking around in a dog costume, you think, that's a man in a dog costume. If you see it crawling around on his hands and knees, you think, that's the wild beast. Shoot it quick. It's a skinwalker, get it.
Wild beast made of fabric. So, dog bowl with a handle. The people who like dressing up with dogs, but they've got style, they've got standards.
reading a newspaper that is chewed up already and presumably drinking a cup of tea out of a dog bowl with a handle on it.
The Daily Bark.
I
said that and I thought that's not that good. And you reacted to it. I'm quite pleased with it.
Good enough, yeah.
Right, so I think that's our first set of ideas, our first 2 ideas. So now we'll play a jingle and come back with some more ideas.
Stay tuned for more ideas.
Welcome back to the Had an Idea podcast. I hope that few-second jingle was enough time for you to run off and make a cup of tea and come back.
In your dog bowl mug.
For us, it was a couple of minutes because we paused it. So...
And went up and made a cup of tea.
In our dog.
We had enough time to invent it, make it, and have a cup of tea with it.
I want to get one of those now.
I'll make you one for Christmas if you like.
Thank you.
Let's get a mug and a dog bowl, break the handle,
and
glue it on.
So anyway. A big idea. This week, my big idea for a film, which you may remember, is Chess the Movie.
Chess the Movie. I remember this.
So it's about 2 royal families. So there's maybe in different countries. So each side they've got a little group of this sort of committee type thing. So there's the king and the queen, obviously. And they've got 2 bishops advising them. They've got 2 knights who sort of lead the armies. And they've got 2 castle enthusiasts who do all the building work and fortify the castle.
Castle enthusiast. It should be really architects or something rather than... I just really love castles.
Well, I've got written down 2 guys dressed in castle outfits. Well, I thought I'd better change it.
2 cosplayers. Let these 2 lunatics. Why don't you put them in the army?
So you've got those, and then 8 porn stars. I couldn't think. I'm not sure what a porn is. I guess it's like just.
I don't know. I've never really studied the history of chess and its terminologies.
I don't know, but they've got 8 other people.
Yeah, porn stars. Hopefully.
Yes.
I'm sure there's at least 8 out there.
We shall name them now.
Ben.
And over.
There you go.
Anyway, so I know what you're thinking. You're thinking,
This
Ben,
is terrible.
I know where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a black army and a white army. We can't do this. It's racist. No, it's not.
It's not a race war.
No, it's not based on colours at all. The king on the first country is Jack Black. And the king of the second country...
Jack White.
That's better what I was going to say. I was going to say Barry White.
Well, he is dead. Might be difficult.
Yeah, I mean, this film was made decades.
What? It was made before Jack Black, but after Barry White.
Well, look, they've made films with, like, dead people that carry cushion.
That's a good point. An entire film of, like, Barry White's CGI corpse just leading an army.
It just got Diggy Skeleton up and puppeteer it. No, well, it wouldn't be them, it'd be people playing those people.
Someone playing Barry White, playing the king of...
Someone playing Barry White, who is a king of the country. It's like, yeah. Anyway.
Barry White could be married to Cilla Black.
Ah.
And Jack Black could be married to Betty White.
Ah.
Or vice versa, whichever really works.
Maybe that's what the war's over. Because I'll be honest, I haven't thought about what the war's going to be over. I got to Jack Black and Barry White and I was like, that's it, I peaked there.
Sell it to Disney, sell it to Paramount.
The one idea I had was make it a musical because they're both musicians. But the only trouble with that is we'd have to listen to Jack Black sing.
Yeah.
But maybe it's like Jack Black wants to sort of bring pop and rock to the masses, and Barry White wants to bring soul.
He's quite a traditionalist.
Yeah, and then like maybe they're battling for the number 1 in the charts. I don't think Kings really have time to record. But yeah, maybe they're just, they don't like the other's music
and they decide to murder each other.
Yeah.
And commit war crimes.
Commit war.
Yes.
What else could it be about then?
Well, I think everyone needs their own little subplot. I mean, something's got to be done with the bishops.
Yeah.
Why would they? Maybe they're Protestant on the black side, and on the white side they're Roman Catholics.
Yeah, so we're going back to the risky topic of religion. One little joke I've got for it is where the bishops go, "Look, Your Highness, we need to move this plan forward, but we can't go forward. We can only go diagonally." Which doesn't make sense outside the context of
it
chess.
being chess, yeah. Maybe like at the end of the film, it like pans away, and it's just 2 people playing chess.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. And like going out and Barry White.
Then you get a sequel where it's from their point of view. I see the trouble with you, Jack Black, and I'm going to move my pawn forward.
Nice impression.
Thank you. I tried my best.
Yes, we've got the bishops going off in that direction. We got the horses, God knows what they're doing. They're running forward and hopping to the side. And the castle is just running straight ahead. And the queen, she's running about, she's going everywhere. I've got arthritis, so I can only move one step at a time.
Jack Black has arthritis.
He's getting on a bit now. He's seen him with his big brush.
I haven't actually.
Let's
get a picture. We're going to take a quick picture break. Except we're not taking a break. We're just going to keep going. Oh wow! Jesus Christ! Looks like he's just seen it himself. Like, what the?
He's the sort of person, like, from a distance, you'd think their head was upside down. If it was upside down, it'd be like Don King.
Jack Black's looking for a fight. You know what, I'll say, I've come to like Jack Black as he's gotten older.
Nearer to death. Yes.
You do not like Jack Black, do you?
I quite like him, actually. But for the sake of the podcast, it's good for us to have contradictory opinions on things.
Yeah, remember that, audience, when you write in to complain.
No, but he's quite good. I enjoy School of Rock and...
You know, I didn't like School of Rock.
Oh.
Contradictory.
Yeah, you're just saying this on the podcast.
No, I genuinely didn't like School of Rock. Mum really liked Goosebumps.
I don't think I've seen that one.
I've seen it. It's alright. Decent kids film, but... So, yeah, Jack Black.
A little plug for Jack Black films.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to Chess the movie. So,
yes.
Any closing thoughts on it?
Chess the movie. I like it. It's very complicated.
Yeah.
I think it's going to attract the right kind of audience.
No.
Yes. Chess enthusiasts. I've always wanted to see their favourite game brought to the big screen.
You know what would be cool? If we could hire out a cinema and paint or get seats so each alternative's one is black and white.
Yeah.
So it's like one giant chessboard. That would be cool.
That would be good. That's the only reason to make the film, is to turn the auditorium into a giant chessboard.
Yeah.
I'm all for a Chester movie.
And you got the merchandising.
Yeah.
It's like a Jack Black figure. And
A little Barry White, yeah.
So who else would be in the film?
Well, didn't we mention before, like, Ray Winstone or Michael Caine as the bishops?
I told you, God does not like war.
Why are you fighting in it?
I think you've been having too much communion wine.
No wonder you can't walk straight.
I know.
I'm trying to fight war, the bishops are drunk. The horses are jumping around.
Oh, God, this makes me want to see it even more.
Oh, God.
So we got our two bishops. Who's going to be the two bishops on the other side?
Oh, it needs to be like the opposite. They need to be quite posh, pompous bishops who are also drunk. Who would that be? Benedict Cumberbatch?
Yeah, and Tom Hiddleston.
There you go. The two young bishops.
So we're not going to be progressive and have female bishops.
Oh, we could do. Who would be a good female bishop? See, I immediately, when I think of like women in religious positions, I think of Dawn French.
Dawn French and Jennifer Saunders, then we could like... One half of the cast is comedy, the other's like serious.
Yeah, I'm up for that. I like French and Saunders.
Yeah, they'd be very good.
Yeah.
When we said bishops, I did think actually, John Bishop.
Ah.
It'd be cool if we had all the...
Like, yeah, everyone would just need 4 people called Bishop.
Got Beverly Knight. Keira Knightley.
There you go. Dawn Bishop.
And Jennifer Bishop.
Yeah. There you go. I like the name Jennifer Bishop. It's a nice name.
We'll use that, making that for the next
Bishop.
podcast. Good idea for a character.
Called Jennifer Bishop. She's like Jennifer Saunders, but she's called Jennifer Bishop. Doesn't really go beyond that, really. Really stretching this idea out to multiple weeks. Just wait until we bring in Michael Bishop and Ray Bishop.
Oh yeah, we've got to change their names.
I don't think Michael Caine will be up for changing his name to Bishop.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's had the name Michael Caine for a number of years.
Actually, I can do a half decent Ray Winstone impression.
So, go on then.
So you feed me a line that the bishop would say.
Your Grace, I'm here to confess.
Your Grace, I'm here to confess.
Sorry, I thought you wanted me to say something to the bishop. What would the bishop confess to then? Looking at himself in the mirror.
So, Drunk Bishop's movie.
Drunk Bishop's the movie. It'd be like Minions, do these spin-offs. The Drunk Bishops.
Just all walking around in their... I was thinking their hats, but that's Pope, isn't it?
I'm sure.
Frocks.
Yeah. Bishop might wear a hat, I don't know. When it's warm weather, put cap on. We'll find a bishop and ask him.
Excuse me, do you wear a hat? Yeah. For listeners, I looked up when I said yes.
You mean this thing here?
Secondary question. Would you like a drink? I've already had something today.
Does the bishop wear a funny hat? That's what I asked you.
That's like when you say, is the Pope Catholic? Does the bishop wear a funny hat? Is the bishop drunk? Hey Mike, do you want some pizza? Is the bishop drunk?
I remember that. I've always said, does the Pope shit in the woods? It's always been my one.
Does he?
I'm eating the pizza, aren't I?
I mean, that's a good expression for if you want to express uncertainty. You want some pizza? Does the Pope shit in the woods? How am I supposed to know?
Oh,
so that's Chess the Movie.
that's just the movie, and I cannot wait to see that.
So, the House of Black is attacking. What should we do? I think we should just all love each other. Oh, baby. That's not a great plan. We need to somehow convince him to go to war. I know just what to do. So, listen to this on the radio.
Oh, my darling, can you love your love, baby?
Oh, that's it. He murdered my song, so I'm gonna murder him.
Ah, Jack, that's a lot of guns.
We need guns, babe. This is not a game anymore. This is war. Chess the Movie. Is it coming to a cinema near you? You'll have to check mate.
Well, I've got a film.
No. You gotta say
I've got an idea.
No.
What?
That's the title.
I've had an idea.
I had an idea.
I had an idea. I have had an idea for a film.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't got a title for it.
Oh.
But I was thinking that as a working title, maybe Stamps. Because I was thinking the other day, about people who collect things. And I think surely the idea of a collection is to complete the collection. But how can you complete a collection of stamps? Because surely there's many, many stamps in the world. You've got a lot of stamps to collect. And I was thinking, well, surely some stamps are more rare than others. So even if you have just one of each stamp, that's still have one of each stamp in the whole world. I'm sure they probably only collect like antique stamps.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's the post office. Oh, a really rare first class with Queen Elizabeth.
they've got those like only fools and horses stamps they had for a bit. Pop that in there. There we go.
We got the 17th century one here. We've got the really rare 12th century, and then we've got a Rolling Stones, which is ancient.
Very good.
Sorry, carry
Well,
on with you.
the idea of the film is so there's a stamp. There's only one in existence, and it's on display in, I don't know, a museum or something. And so an avid stamp collector decides, I need that stamp. I need that stamp for my collection. And so he gets together a bunch of specialists. There's a explosives expert, someone who knows lock picking, someone who can like hack into the security and turn off the alarms, someone to knock out the security, and he plans a heist. He plans to steal the stamp. And well, what have I got written down here? So plans.
Are these people he's got helping? Are they stamp collectors as well? Or
No, they're just people he's found possibly on.
people he's found. Right, come here. Need your help.
He's lifted up like an old bit of cardboard, and someone's under there. Oh, look what I found!
I really should have got the people together before I started the heist. I'd just turn up at the door and then grab people off the street. Are you good with explosives?
I have explosive diarrhea. That'll do. Where's our explosives expert? He's in the lab. He's feeling very unwell. So, of course, there are other stamp collectors who are very interested in this stamp. Only, he doesn't realise one of them is himself after this incredibly rare 1 in a million, 1 in the whole world, Ben. That's how rare this stamp is. There's only 1 in existence. And this other fella, let's call him Stamp Collector B, he
is a bee.
Stamp collecting bee.
Park that or sell that to DreamWorks.
It's just a bee with stamps there.
Sorry, carry on.
Anyway, so Stamp Collector B steals it himself right from under Stamp Collector A's nose. He decides he doesn't actually care for stamps himself. He's not an avid stamp collector. He is...
Is this Stamp Collector A?
This is Stamp Collector B,
Oh.
who has stolen the stamp. We'd probably call him, give him names.
No, this is much more confusing.
Well, Stamp Collector B, he decides he's going to sell the stamp to a buyer in Borneo. So now it turns into like an Indiana Jones-esque adventure where Stamp Collector A has to travel, find the stamp, find the guy, and steal it back from him.
Oh, I like it.
So yeah, it's like an action-adventure film about stamps, essentially. And the
An oxymoron, if ever there was.
the exciting world of stamp collecting.
I like it. It's interesting.
Who would you think would be the stamp collectors in this film? We need a good guy and a bad guy.
I'd like to find out before we move on to that. Does he get the stamping?
Oh, of course. Or maybe perhaps the stamp it washes away or something into the ocean while they're fighting on the top of a U-boat.
Or like a kid finds it and picks up and eats it. It's a real Monty Python anticlimax.
a druggie comes along and thinks it's like ecstasy or something. Acid, places it on his tongue. It's not working.
A drunk bishop.
Oh, someone's left a stamp. Oh.
Yeah.
And of course, they lose the stamp, but of course, the real treasure is the friends they made along the way.
Surely enemies are big.
Well, they made them as well.
Because the thing is, I'm not sure who to root for, because both of them were trying to steal it. Both of them want it for their own personal gain.
Good point. Well, the first one only wants to have in his collection. You're right, he's not very nice, is he?
So the second
Maybe
one...
they both get arrested in the end. He steals it, but...
And the last scene, you just see the stamp floating away in the air.
He arrives at the airport where the police are waiting for him, so he tries to leg it. In doing so, he's got his personal luggage, which has the stamp in it. That falls open. It flies away. And, of course, it's like he's got all his stamps with him because he takes them everywhere. And it's like, when in films when someone drops a bag of money and they try to grab something. They try to swap the microphone. They're trying to scoop all the money back into the bag. Mm-hmm. He's doing that, but with stamps.
And do you reckon he wouldn't know? He wouldn't see the stamp flying up?
Oh no, I didn't.
And he thinks he's still got it in the bag.
Yeah, or maybe he does see it and he's like, oh no, and he runs into a trap, runs into trouble and gets arrested.
I think he just gets arrested and then you see it floating up and he sees it. He's like, no.
Yeah. It's kind of like, in the 70s and 60s you had films about, anti-heroes.
Yeah.
Who weren't good people, but they were the hero of the film.
Yeah.
Like Bonnie and Clyde or Taxi Driver.
Yeah, or
Stamps.
Stamps.
Yeah. First there was Taxi Driver. Now there's stamps.
Thing is, I've just thought as well, because stamps nowadays are self-adhesive.
That's true. Well, this would be an old stamp.
Yeah, I suppose you just don't take it, peel it off. Yeah, I've fixed that solution. I'll fix that problem. You don't fix the solution. I'm like a builder who comes in and goes, I've fixed the solution. I've taken it off the wall and
put it on the floor. No, it's your problem. You're welcome. That's a model airplane that you take apart and take all the stickers off.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, thank you.
So would you see, I suppose it'd be like a nerdy kind of guy.
Richard Ayoade?
Ooh, it'd be good.
It's sort of like an action thing as well.
Is it Paul Dano?
Yeah.
He played Riddler?
Yeah.
I only really know him from Riddler and he looked nerdy in that.
He was in... what have I seen him in? I've seen him in There Will Be Blood, and he was very good in that. And he was good in Little Miss Sunshine. So we know he's a good actor.
Yeah.
Can he play a villainous stamp collecting master thief? Ooh. Ooh, let's find out. Let's get him on the phone right now. Mr. Dano, do you think...
Quick question, do you like stamps?
Why have you hung up?
I'll take that as a yes.
Sign him up for it.
Yeah.
Or maybe Jack Whitehall could be involved because he's in films now.
Yeah.
He was in
Not in good films.
No, well, no, but he's in films.
Saw him in Clifford, and he was terrible.
Was he?
He put on an accent. I don't know if he was like American. And it was, but the thing is, he was playing an American, but his sister was British. And it was like, why did you need to make him American?
Maybe it was like the director
British.
just let him. You know, he was loose with the thing, and it was the woman playing the sister actually American doing an English accent.
I don't know. I never asked. Pause the film. Here's me, love.
Just ignore it. Cheeky so-and-so. Trying to have a conversation with you.
Oh, I live a lonely life.
Arguing with the television because it's not responding to your questions.
Watching loose women and joining in the conversation. Oh, I agree.
Don't talk over me.
Now, Andrew, you just calm down.
Is that one the host?
I think so.
Oh, I like that unit. I couldn't remember any of them. I was going to say Lorraine, but I don't think anyone's called Lorraine.
I want to say Andrew McLean.
Oh, Lorraine
Nothing
McLean.
to do with that. I just want to say the
Just
name.
want to say it, yeah. It was the Brummie on there. Jamelia? Is that it?
Yeah.
She was on 8 out of 10 Cats a few
Could
times.
be, yeah.
She might not be on it anymore. I'm sure she said like something very offensive and got kicked off.
Janet Street Porter.
Janet Street Porter! What are you talking about?
Ben, I'm not listening to you.
Ah, she's talking to me. Oh no, she's got Ben Miller on the show.
Very good. What should we got Ben Miller for? Why is she not talking to him?
Well,
Oh, listen.
He famously stubbed her at a...
Oh, did he?
I'm making it up. That's an awards thing. But you're going to remember that now. You'll say to someone in a few weeks, oh, did you hear that?
Ben Miller is famously stubbed.
Stubbed?
Stubbed.
He's still on her toes.
Oh, God, that hurts.
So what she said. She's very calm. And heavy medication.
Things I can imagine it out. Oh, God, I can't breathe.
Anyway, stamps.
Stamps, everybody. Oh. I gotta go to the trailer quick. And in other news, the Tate Gallery will display the rarest stamp in the world. The stamp, estimated to be worth in excess of £400 million, will be on display from the 23rd of this month. This summer, one man, one mission. I must add this stamp to my collection. Norman Budley must travel the world, brave the elements, and fight for his life. Look out, he's got a spider cannon to claim for his collection. The stamp. Alright, so.
Those were our ideas for this week.
Yes.
Do let us know what you thought of them.
Let us know if you liked them. Don't let us know if you thought they were crap. Don't let us know.
To be honest, I just need people to talk to me.
I'm here, Ben.
I know, that's why I need other people to talk to.
Thanks.
No. So yes, those are our ideas for last week, and during the course of the podcast, we've kind of changed the format already. We said originally that we're...
Like doing a movie each week.
Yeah, but what we're going to do instead is the first half will be just a random idea we've had, and then the second one we'll have an idea, but we'll both have the same category.
Yeah, so we've got to think of something for a set category, and we've got a category.
Category.
I've lost the ability to pronounce vowels. We're going
You
to.
did the A and the O, all right.
I thought those were the only two. I work for AO.
You can't do multiple O's.
Yeah, that's why I'm a terrible porn star. But anyway, we're going to pick that category now.
So we've got a hat we've written on some paper.
Yes.
The category is, I'll shake it so you know we're not lying.
That is the sound of paper being shook in a hat.
Yes, good impression, Mike.
Thank you.
So I'm holding the hat. So Mike, would you it's face up? Close your eyes.
I can't see.
Would you like to pick one up?
It is a television series.
Oh, you're holding it up to show the microphone.
I am. You see that, Mike? So yeah, television series. We have to think of a television series by this time next week.
Yes.
Mm.
Well, this time next podcast.
Yeah, whenever that'll be. 2 years from now.
So yeah, thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed it. We're on Twitter at Ben and Mike.
Oh, are we?
We've got a website, benandmike.co.uk.
We sell different flavoured popcorn as well through Etsy. And you can catch us, usually out in bushes outside the
Popcorn factory.
Yeah, spying on them,
Stealing popcorn to sell on Etsy.
claiming we made it, and selling it on Etsy. Yeah.
Excuse me, what flavour is this? How should I know?
Oh, he stole it.
Back of a lorry popcorn.
That's our company name.
So yes, follow us, tell us what you thought of the podcast, and tune in again next week when we'll have more ideas. The Had an Idea podcast was created by Ben Coleman and Michael Mason. The title music was Panama Hat by Audio Nautics. Thank you for listening.